Vlog number 3, you guys asked for it, let's do a mod list. Send it. Alright, you guys asked for it, so here it goes. We're going to do a mod list video on my 2008 GTI. And I'm filming this video on my GoPro on a gimbal with the lavalier mic that I just bought, so hopefully it works. My old one broke, which is why you haven't seen videos in a little while. So starting with the simple visual mods from the exterior, obviously you can tell the car is lowered pretty drastically from stock ride height. I'm not sure of my fender to ground currently. I haven't measured it, and I didn't really measure it stock, but I just know that it's lower than what it was. The car is on STX coilovers, which means they have the non-adjustable dampening. And then I have these VMR wheels, which are 18 by 8.5 with a 45 offset. I actually used to run a 10.5mm spacer here, so it was pushed out more. Unfortunately, I started to eat into the paint on these fenders, so that is no more. And then I'm on Continental Extreme Contact DW dry wet summer tires. They're 225/40 18s. Up here, these brakes are not stock, obviously. Well, technically they are stock, but they come from a Mk5 R32. And they have drilled and slotted rotors, ECS rotors, and Hawk pads. But I'm really happy with the wheel and tire setup. I had a couple different combos before, and I honestly just think this is the best looking set of wheels that I've had on the car so far. I'm not sure if there's anything else really out there that I would change these for. I do like the Mercedes Alphards, but these weigh a lot less than those, and those are also 9.5 with a 40 offset in the rear, so that'd be a little aggressive, and I like my fenders. The front fenders are pulled and rolled. As you can see, I learned my lesson over here with a little bit of bacon going on. Up front, this is the Jetta grille instead of the GTI honeycomb. Also, the roof is black Plastidip. This has been on for like 2 years. It's really worn. My driver found sticker up here. That's an old reference to a Volkswagen ad campaign that was out when I was a kid. They said drivers wanted, so obviously they found one with me. So let's take a look on the inside. I have the New South boost gauge. This boost gauge is actually color coded or color coordinated with the color of the gauges, so when you turn the lights on, the boost gauge is the same color as the gauges, which is a really nice touch. This is my first attempt at carbon fiber wrapping here, and it did not go well. It's not the prettiest job in the world. I do have these custom stickers in here. This one actually is a 100 shot of nitrous. Oil slick is for when I crack my oil pan, and this is for annoying passengers. And then I have a Passport 9500 IX radar detector. Would highly recommend it. Dr. M3 and I always argue about it, but I think that's better than a V1. Let me know in the comments what you guys use for radar detectors. I have the Ford short shifter that I got from Speedlife Motorsport. Shout out to them. Mike Torres at Speedlife Motorsport consistently hooks me up on everything, so if you guys ever need anything Volkswagen Audi related, please send Speedlife Motorsport an email, tell them Eli sent you, ask for Mike. They sell all sorts of aftermarket performance parts. So I'm running a Unitronic Stage 2 high pressure fuel pump tune. So when I was Stage 2, I made 230 wheel horsepower, 225 wheel torque. I went back this spring and dynoed on the Stage 2 high pressure fuel pump tune and made 215 wheel horsepower, 255 wheel torque. So I was up 30 wheel torque, but down 15 wheel horsepower. That shouldn't be that way. I think it was because my intake was kind of clogged. I hadn't cleaned it in a while, and the car was kind of dying out top end. It should be right around 230, 240 wheel horsepower and 255 wheel torque. So I have the DRLs shut all the way off, but it allows me to run just the running lights, or I can run the running lights and fog lights, which is something that, you know, I really like the way this looks just driving during the day. And then I can run just headlights and fog lights, and then it does have one more pull out for a rear fog. Unfortunately, I don't have a rear fog light, so that doesn't really do much for me. I also have these yellow flash to pass bulbs that not only are they really bright, but they also make the whole housing yellow. And then I also have one more VAGCOM mod, which is pretty cool. So what you do is you take your key, and you hold down the unlock button, and all the windows go down. Now this is awesome for summer days when it's really hot out, and you know, oh, let's say one of your friends left the window down when you're leaving the car. I can solve that. The best part about it is I don't even have to hold it on the way back up. They just go. Can your Subaru do that, Evan Shanks? Huh? So I didn't realize how dirty it was under here. I apologize for that. Right here, this is the fuel pump. This is an upgraded APR fuel pump. Lets me run a more aggressive tune because the stock fuel pump cannot keep up with the fuel requirements of this car when it is tuned. This is a billet aluminum dipstick. That's about 50 horsepower right there. These are the ignition coils actually out of the Audi R8. Funny story, the only Volkswagen Audi Group product that they don't work well in is the R8. Neuspeed P-flo intake, hot air intake, cold air intake, whatever you want to call it. And then as far as exhaust goes, you can't really see anything down here. It's an AWE tuning. Ooh, come back camera. There we go. It's an AWE tuning catted and resonated downpipe, which I chopped the resonator out of. So it's an AWE tuning high flow catted downpipe. It's a 400 cell cat, I believe. And then the catback is actually stock, believe it or not. Nobody believes me when I say this, but the catback is actually stock. It's essentially, I just had the resonator cut out of it. So my exhaust is a high flow catalytic converter to the stock muffler, and that's about it. It has a nice tone to it. It drones a little bit on the highway, but that's what you get. There's trade-offs for getting a loud exhaust and sounding nice. It does do little backfires every now and then. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little modless video, and if you have any questions, like always, leave a comment below. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. That's the easiest way to get in contact with me. If you just leave me a comment, I read all my comments, and I actually, you know, I get notifications about all the likes. So make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll put a link in the description. It'll also be on the screen right now. But thanks for subscribing, guys. We just broke 6,000 subscribers, which is crazy. I'm so happy, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Take it easy.